Okay, this is Spanish 1, Unit 4, Part 1. We'll be talking about vocabulary at the beginning of Chapter 3A, and we'll also be talking about how to complete your student guide for the first part. So let's go ahead and get started. We're on page 123 in your book. It's useful to look at the chapter objectives to see what's coming up. We talk about foods and beverages for breakfast and lunch. So we're probably going to see those two meals in Spanish, and we're going to get some foods and beverages, maybe sodas and juices and milk and water and those kinds of things, and some basic food items. We talk about likes and dislikes, being able to talk more about what you like, maybe what you really like, and then express how often somebody does something, and let's get started. Okay, so your first page of vocabulary is going to be right here. It's page 124. So we see el supermercado de la plaza. Supermercado de la plaza. So this looks like a supermarket advertisement. You have ofertas de hoy. Ofertas are deals, are discounts. Abierto las 24 horas. You can probably see that it means it's open 24 hours, right? So abierto must mean open. Toda la comida que necesitas. You know this word necesitas, need. Toda, all, and la comida is food. So all the food that you need. And let's look at some basic food items that you see here. Las salchichas. Salchichas are sausages. Tocino is bacon. El tocino. Also keep in mind you want to look at the gender of the noun as well. Always look at the gender of the noun at the same time as you learn the word. El jamón is ham. El queso, cheese. El yogur de fresa, so that's yogurt. El yogur. And you see de fresa. So they with a fruit means it's made of that, or it's that flavor. So it's strawberry yogurt in this case. De frambuesa would be raspberry flavored, for example. Los huevos are eggs. Los huevos. El jugo de manzana is another example that's like this el yogur de fresa. El jugo is juice, and de manzana means of apple, so it's apple juice. So it's similar to what happens with el yogur de, and then you have el yogur de naranja, orange juice, la limonada, lemonade, and then we have a little lower el té, which is tea, el té, el pan, bread, las galletas are cookies. You see most of these are masculine, just happen to be that way. If you look on the side, you have el cereal. El cereal, it's spelled the same way as in English. El cereal. Los plátanos, bananas. Los plátanos. La leche, milk. La leche. Milk is feminine in Spanish. El agua. El agua is water. Now, you'll see this little asterisk next to el agua, and this is what it means. Note that agua is a feminine noun. However, you use the masculine article el to make it easier to say. Now, that's not quite true, but you do use el agua with the singular. When it's plural, it becomes las aguas. It comes back to the feminine because you have an S at the end of la in the plural. So las aguas, the waters, like the waters of a river or something like that, would remain in the feminine article, but the masculine singular would be used, or what looks like the masculine singular is used for the singular noun. El agua. Same thing happens with el águila, etc. So it's with when you stress that first A in a noun and it's singular. It's going to have el, even if it's feminine. So águila, the word for eagle, águila is another good example. El águila, but las águilas, the eagle and the eagles. Okay, let's look at the very bottom part here. El desayuno es mi comida favorita. Okay, el desayuno. So that's a new word here. Es mi comida favorita. So el desayuno, whatever that means, right, is my favorite food or my favorite meal. En el desayuno, yo como cereal con leche, tocino, pan tostado. So I eat cereal with milk, bacon, and toast. Pan tostado is toast. So obviously he's talking about breakfast. So el desayuno means breakfast. Todos los días means every day. Todos los días bebo jugo de naranja. So bebo, it's obviously a verb here. Jugo de naranja, means orange juice. So it must mean I drink. All right? I drink orange juice every day. Nunca bebo té sin leche. I never drink tea without milk. ¿Y tú cómo comes el desayuno? So it means, what about you? How do you eat, or what do you eat for breakfast? Okay, let's look at the next page. And make sure as you do these that you're looking at the little dialogue, what people are saying, because it's going to be a lot of your vocabulary, your contextual vocabulary, and you'll run into that later on this unit as well. So let's look at the items here and this page of the advertisement, and then we'll look at what she says as well. La ensalada de frutas is fruit salad. El sándwich de jamón y queso is a ham and cheese sandwich, jamón y queso. Hamburguesa, hamburger. El perrito caliente, hot dog. Las papas fritas are French fries. La sopa de verduras is vegetable soup. La pizza, you can tell what that is, but it is feminine in Spanish. El café, coffee. Los refrescos is soda. Los refrescos. Los jugos are juices. El té helado is iced tea. So let's look at what this girl says here. Me encanta el restaurante de la plaza. La comida es muy buena. Okay, so the food is good at this restaurant apparently, right? So she says me encanta. Now me encanta looks an awful lot like me gusta. And you would be right. Me encanta means I love. It's often used for things that you love. In English we throw the word love around quite a bit. In Spanish, if you love something, you can say me encanta. It's not really used for romantic love. It's for really liking something. Me encanta el restaurante de la plaza. La comida es muy buena. En el almuerzo como una ensalada de frutas o un sándwich de jamón y queso. So, obviously she's talking about lunch. En el almuerzo. So almuerzo is lunch. Como una ensalada de frutas o un sándwich de jamón y queso. So I eat fruit salad or a ham and cheese sandwich. Siempre bebo agua. I always drink water. Es importante beber mucha agua, ¿verdad? Well, it's important to drink a lot of water, right? Okay, so when you ask verdad at the end, it's like you're expecting agreement with your statement. You're expecting a yes answer. ¿Verdad? Right? Isn't that true? And aren't I right? Es importante beber, to drink. So here we have what's called the infinitive of the verb, to drink. Not bebo, which means I drink, but you have beber, which means to drink. Okay, that's all for your vocabulary, so let's move on to your student guide. Okay, so your Unit 4 packet, Unit 4 student guide, tus comidas favoritas. You're getting ready to travel an exchange student to Spain. You're emailing your host family your opinions on different foods. Circle the name of the food item that best completes each sentence below. So here you have to think about if it talks about breakfast or lunch, food versus beverages. So you want to keep that in mind as you do this. So you're showing that you understand how this works. Okay. So let's see here. All right. Desayuno, yo como. So for breakfast, I eat. So what's the best one for that, right? It would be cereal. Yo como cereal. Mi comida favorita es. My favorite food is. All right. So you're gonna want the food, and not the drink here. El té is not the answer because it's tea and it's not food, so it wouldn't make sense. Mi fruta favorita es. Favorite fruit. So you want to pick the fruit here, which is fresa. La fresa. Para beber, here you have, again, the word drink. Para beber, to drink. Yo prefiero, I prefer. Los huevos o los refrescos? Well, you probably don't drink eggs. You're probably more likely to drink soda. So refrescos would be there. Okay, so just use logic and understand the sentence, and you should be fine with those. Cuando hace frío, number 7 is when it is cold outside. Cuando hace frío. That is a reference to the weather. We've seen that. We've seen that from Unit 1, I believe, Unit 1 and 2. Cuando hace frío, when it's cold. Meaning that the weather is cold. When it's cold outside, yo bebo, I drink. And then you certainly probably won't choose té helado, iced tea. You probably want to go with té, regular tea, or hot tea. BLT is a sandwich with bacon, lettuce, and tomato. So maybe that can help you solve that one, answer that one. And everything else should be okay. Cuando voy a un partido de béisbol, when I go to a baseball game, I eat. Okay. Now we'll move on to the next one. This is fairly easy. Your aunt owns a restaurant, is making her breakfast and lunch menus for the day. Help her by writing the foods and beverages that you think she should serve for each meal in the right places on the menu. Okay, and some words may be used more than once. So just write down el desayuno, comer, right, to eat for breakfast. Write down a few things for this menu for breakfast foods. And then for beber, write down things to drink for breakfast. So you can have something like jugo de naranja, jugo de manzana, café, té. Probably not refrescos for breakfast. Soda. It's probably over here would be a little more appropriate for a menu. Although you might personally drink soda in the morning, it's not necessarily considered a breakfast drink. Comer, to eat so food for lunch, put something like hamburguesa, etc. Okay, so this was pretty straightforward. Tus preferencias. You're asking Corazon, an exchange student from Venezuela, about various food items that she likes to eat. Use the pictures to help you complete Corazon's answers. So you'll see she's answering, right? She's answering your questions. So the question is, ¿Tú comes galletas? Do you like cookies? Do you eat cookies? And Corazon says, no, I eat eggs. Yo como huevo. So use the picture to help you with clues for the answer. Here we have bacon. ¿Tú comes salchichas? Do you eat sausage? All right, Corazon says no, and then you're going to follow the model here, and she's going to say, I eat bacon. Yo como tocino. and that's all you have to do for that one. ¿Te gusta más? Do you like more? You know, like would you rather have? All right, and you have a couple items here, right? Do you like tea better? ¿Te gusta más? Put el té. All right, do you like tea better? Or do you like coffee, right? ¿Te gusta más el té o el café? Since it's generally speaking coffee, like coffee in general, we're going to put the el, we're going to put the article with it. El café, el té. It doesn't really matter what order you put these in. And Corazón will answer. Now, you got to think, right? The question was, ¿te gusta? Do you like? And so she's going to answer with me gusta. Me gusta más el café. I prefer coffee, or I like coffee better. So don't just copy the words, especially when you have a question directed to a person, the person's answering back for themselves. Number 3, ¿tú bebes mucha limonada? Do you drink a lot of lemonade? So again, we have the exchange here. Do you drink it? No, I don't, etc. So she's going to say no, and she's not going to say bebes, right? Yo no bebo limonada. And see how that works? So you're going to change tú bebes to yo bebo. You're going to do the same thing in number 4. ¿Tú comes mucha sopa de verduras? Do you eat a lot of vegetable soup? Corazón says no. And she's going to say, I eat pizza, right? I eat pizza. And so you have to make sure you put yo como, or simply como. Yo como pizza. All right, so please make sure you do that. I'll let you fill in the rest there. ¿Tú bebes el té helado? Do you drink iced tea? Corazón says no. She's going to drink lemonade, right? So look at number 3 to help you with that. And number 6, ¿tú compartes el desayuno con amigos? Do you share breakfast with friends? And Corazón says no. I don't share breakfast. Okay. Well, you have compartes. Okay. What's the pattern here? Comes becomes como, right? Bebes becomes bebo. Compartes becomes comparto. No comparto el desayuno. I don't share my breakfast. And you could put con amigos after that if you like. No comparto el desayuno. So I didn't do everything. I'll let you do number 5, figure out for yourself. But you have enough here to help you. Okay. 3A4. This will be the last one for part 1. Carolina, the new exchange student, is having a hard time figuring out the kinds of foods that people like to eat. Answer her questions and sentences using que asco and por supuesto, and at least one answer each. Que asco means, oh, that's gross. That's disgusting. Right? Que asco. Por supuesto is of course. So, do you eat this? Yes, of course. Or do you eat this? No, that's gross. Or that's disgusting, right? So number 1 says, ¿comes hamburguesas con plátanos? Do you eat hamburgers with bananas? Okay, probably not, right? So you want to answer with que asco, okay? Because you're practicing giving a reaction and not just answering the question. You want to react to it. Que asco. That's disgusting, all right? Como hamburguesas con, now think about what hamburgers go with, right? Papas fritas, right? Probably fries. Or you can say con ensalada de frutas. Also, if you want with fruit salad, it doesn't really matter. Give something logical. Número 2, comes a sándwich de jamón y queso en el almuerzo? Do you eat a ham and cheese sandwich for lunch? And you would probably say yes, right? So, por supuesto, of course I do. Por supuesto. Yes, of course. Como el sándwich de jamón y queso en el almuerzo. So that's how we'll do that. Número 3. ¿Bebes leche en el desayuno? Do you drink milk for breakfast? Of course, you're going to say, por supuesto, right? Por supuesto. Now, if you remember how to use the pronouns here, if you know, la bebo la leche, you can say la bebo. I drink it, meaning la leche. Leche is feminine. You need to know that to be able to say it this way. La bebo en el desayuno. I drink it for breakfast. I drink milk for breakfast. ¿Te gusta la pizza con la ensalada de frutas? Do you like pizza with fruit salad? Well, just to say either one, right? You can either say que asco, por supuesto. It's not quite as obvious. Maybe pizza with soda, you know? So you can say que asco. Yeah, that's gross. Now, the question was te gusta, right? You need to turn it around and say me gusta la pizza con refrescos. Right? I like pizza and sodas. Or whatever you like to do there. Comes papas fritas en el desayuno. You eat French fries for breakfast. Okay? And you can say what you like here. Okay? I'm going to put que asco. Maybe you actually do eat French fries for breakfast. So you can say por supuesto. Right? Que asco como. Now, I like bacon for breakfast, so I'm going to put como tocino en el desayuno. That's what I'm going to put. So these are a little more personal. First, some of these are not cut and dry. Comes la comida con tu familia. Compartes. Excuse me. Compartes. Do you share food with your family? Okay. Compartes. The question is compartes. Remember, what's the answer here? You know, you're going to say, either por supuesto or que asco. Maybe you don't share food with family. Por supuesto, comparto la comida con tu familia, con mi familia. Right? Share it with my family. ¿Comes un perro caliente todos los días? You eat a hot dog every day? Okay, I think that would be kind of gross, right? Be a little bit disgusting to eat one every single day. No como un perro caliente todos los días. And the last one. ¿Te encantan las galletas con leche? Do you love cookies with milk? Everybody loves that, right? So obviously you're going to say por supuesto. Por supuesto. Now, the question is, ¿te encantan? Okay, think of like words te gusta, right? Think of how I answered that. ¿Te encantan? You would come back with me encantan. Do you love them? Yes, I love them. Me encantan las galletas con leche. Okay, this will be it for part 1 for Unit 4.